This class is for you, Rock Tumbler.
Welcome, class.
yeah.
I am Professor Sprout. Today we learn the incendio spell, which is...
So, I'm guessing from the blackboard over
Look
there
at
that
Hermione
they've...
taking notes like a nerd.
This class is totally about
Observe the
weed,
correct
like you can
incendio
absolutely
symbol.
tell.
Hold down
They
the
must have
button,
been testing the spell on rabbits as well.
then release the button.
And again, the wall is soaked with gore. But this time the gore is moving a little bit.
Oh, I thought my contacts were fucked up. Thank you for making me not seem like I was crazy and continually rubbing my eyes, trying to fix it.
Are you, like, incapable of using a mouse?
Good work, Mr. Potter. You have
I don't know if you noticed, but this game is
Like,
kind
you're
of
barely, like,
I
keeping it
think
good,
the
like, keeping it under control there.
tried to do a
He's
little
playing
bit
like
quicker
you
this time.
would in your current state.
No,
He's got
I'm
the shakes.
good at video games. Well, that you don't have.
Looks like you
Right.
did better on that one.
Yeah, I actually finished it.
Oh no, you got a break.
That is an outstanding...
They try not to overload the first-year students, though, so you only get to learn 5 spells.
Let's continue with the
Believe it or not, I'm
Only
only
on your first day.
I'm only on chapter 2 of this game.
Out of what?
Well, I don't know,
We're in
5 or
for a
6.
thrilling ride.
Is it a good idea to be using fire spells in inside a greenhouse?
You'll see. I mean, you forget the trail to get here.
This class is actually all about killing plants.
Try to go
Interestingly
Wow,
enough.
what a great biology teacher.
She's not a biology teacher, she's an herbology teacher. Thank you very much.
I knew someone was going to say that, but not the snort. That was unexpected.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh no! I love that head shake.
Oh,
Smiling.
there's no way you're gonna get the
Mr.
house
Potter,
cup
I
now.
believe more
Oh, no,
practice
you
is called
didn't.
for.
You're a fucking disappointment to Gryffindor.
I
you
know!
piece of shit.
And yet every time I take those quizzes, I'm always placed in Gryffindor. I know I'm just gonna end up like Neville.
Through the doors, Mr. Potter. I'll watch you from the balcony.
He's basically like grandfathered in.
What?
Great.
These are spiky
What?
things. You may
So, there's a point to the spell. You just use
Spiky
it to set
bushes.
plants on
Muggles
fire.
call them cactuses.
Ah,
Yeah, but they shoot at you if you stand there. Which is why I'm standing there.
cut it out. They're gonna shoot at you.
They also shoot at you if you set them on fire.
Okay, so you don't have to actually like trace the sigil every time you want to cast a spell.
You've
Sigil?
been in one of these videos before. You know how it works.
No, I
Haven't
don't.
you played this
Yes,
game?
you do.
No, he was in the one where we
I've
were
never
just
played
using the
this piece of
crowbar
shit.
around.
He was in the one where we were the Flipendo one, the very first one. We cast Flipendo spell many times and did not have to trace it over every time.
It's not like the
I
RPG adventure game Arcs Fatalis.
I would just have to say that if they did make you actually trace it out every single time you needed to use it, which I'm damn sure they probably switched to doing that in the later games, there is a reason why this series fucking sucks when you try to turn it into a video game, and that would be it.
Well, they
Also-
could have made a good video game out of it if they just listened to me.
They don't care for the opinion of a 12-year-old that's gonna be a stoner anyway. I mean, your business decisions over the past year have included spending $900 on Steam, $200 on something awful, and buying a domain called Fartblog.
Don't forget an entire paycheck on Pop-Tarts. Don't forget the Pop-Tarts.
Fucking Pop-Tarts are so cheap. Like, you can
Hey,
get-
you know what we should not be forgetting about is this game. And
Thanks,
the fact
Jerry
that it's being
Doom.
played.
Much obliged.
No? Off you go!
What I want to know is why
Yes,
she
I
just.
say that every video.
What I want to know is why is she just like watching from these balconies, and how does she move back and forth between them? Because they don't seem to be interconnected or anything.
Magic.
Doesn't that happen in a bunch of games?
I don't
Tutorial
know.
sections?
Yeah.
The
Like
entire
Grand Theft
game so
Auto has
far.
them, like, in spades.
The entire game so far is just tutorial sections. Every class is a tutorial.
Man, this music is awesome.
Let's get ready to bumble.
Incendio.
Oh, off you go. I meant to actually record a selection earlier. I got Harry's classes to fuck up and be all blocky and shit.
Like the Geordie LaForge
Yeah,
glasses.
that Dumbledore was rocking earlier.
Yeah.
This game is so exciting.
Well, at least I'm not collecting beans.
And this music is great too. Like this really evokes the feel of the film.
Oh, I remember this part. Somehow.
What? Like the DS looks better than this.
Well, to be fair, this came out in 2001, which... You know, this game was deeply affected by 9/11. Do you remember where you were when the towers fell and you worked at EA and you suddenly realized that you just can't keep going trying to make the greatest Harry Potter game ever? You had to give up. You had to outsource it so they would make a shitty platformer that's got a debug menu that causes the game to crash 9 times out of 10. Not that I'm bitter.
What the fuck are you doing? Just get.
I don't want my beans stolen. Oh, by the way, fun fact about bean collecting: you only need 100
Sucks.
to complete the game.
What?
And you only have 200.
Yeah,
Yeah, quit collecting them. Also, keep playing these freaking school cues forever.
by the way,
Thanks.
did you notice that when Harry collects a card, he steps backwards at an angle, so he's stepping onto the air?
Yes, I did notice that.
You will see it in great detail
Certainly
later.
wasn't looking at something else.
You will see it in great detail later, because I slow down and I zoom in. You know, we have a really nice tight camera. You know, I'm going all crazy with zoom and enhance. You'll be able to see it.
That looks like a doxy.
It's a thing of beauty.
Ouch!
That running animation is fantastic, especially how she like spins on the spot.
Little fucker.
It's like trying to swat a fly.
Those drawings look dangerous.
No, it's like
Wow,
trying
Okay.
wow, that sounded like it was like really racist against doxies or something.
Better not
Okay.
step on those lines.
Yeah, if you step on those down there, that's instant death. There's no,
Oh, great.
there's no real explanation why.
What an awesome...
The devil's there, Harry.
What an awesome thing to have in the
Harry, you're going
children's
to hell!
place thing.
You know what? You haven't seen anything yet. Just wait until he comes to a body of water that's higher than ankle deep. It's like his legs immediately seize up and he falls down face first in it and he just drowns.
Man, you scared the shit. Like, I didn't even care.
Gosh, it's almost as if they didn't.
They actually don't care.
That is what I'm saying.
It's as though the producers and bankrollers for this game basically gave a shortened version of the book to the programmers and told them, now, off you go!
I can't imagine like what an abridged version would be like. Do they have one?
Game.
It's
Oh my
probably
God.
the Game Boy Color version. Although
It's the
that's-
opening to this game. Then you with like
Yeah, where they...
3 still images
like,
and
3 chapters
5
into
lines
2
of text. Yeah. How much of the book was there before Harry's first day of school?
Like,
Um,
almost
3 chapters at least.
a lot.
Yeah, a lot. Like how?
Significant.
Like
The contortion.
maybe at least a third of the book. I would
Like,
say.
I'd say about a
Fuck
third.
this gay earth.
So basically, they threw a third of the book into like 3 pictures at the start of the game,
Hold on, let me check my PDF copy. I
like
might
a minute of narration, and then they were like,
I'm actually gonna check mine.
Great, let's compare notes after we're done.
"We don't have."
Okay,
we
even
don't
though
have
the
time
copy
to-
that you have is the copy that I gave you. So,
Okay,
yeah,
that's...
check.
We don't... Shut up. We're
We
talking
don't
about
have
game.
room
Listen
for
up.
story in this game. What we need is 40 minutes of going through mazes for every class.
It is almost exactly 1/3 of the book.
Who
You know,
cares
I'm actually surprised that
why-
they didn't take the
Yeah.
time to make the climbing lesson into a class. And, like, try to roll it into something as such as Muggle studies, because,
That's
you know,
what I was gonna say. Yeah, Muggle
didn't-
studies.
they didn't give a shit anyway, and Harry never took the course to begin with, so why the fuck not?
What would the maze for Muggle studies be like?
Hey, you
bunch
know
of
what's
climbing.
weird about the
Climbing.
Harry Potter?
It'd just be
series?
like a chapter from Heavy Rain. You just walk around and you take a shower and
Press X to Jason.
yeah.
Jason.
Well, it could it would serve to cement how boring it is to be a regular person and not a wizard.
Jason. Jason.
Stop it!
You know what's weird about this series to me is how like the earlier books seemed like she originally wanted to make it like more whimsical than it actually
because she
became,
had to, like,
with names like Muggles and like Hogwarts and Dumbledore and shit like that.
she had to come
Like,
up
it
with
seemed like it was gonna be something sillier.
she had to come up with the whole environment that the book was to take place in. I mean, after the first couple of years, she pretty much had everything, the normal, regular environment of the school and the surrounding areas pretty well nailed down. So
She's a filthy slut and a single mother.
yeah, and at that point,
What are you talking about?
at that point, basically, what does she have left to
I
do except
fucking
just
gave
turn
up.
it into whiny teen angst bullshit? I know you like these sound effects, by the way, Charity.
Just pile up all the gnomes things.
It's
So
like-
just listen to the sound effect continuously.
It's like gnome porn.
Look, a puzzle.
Oh wow, what a great puzzle.
Shut
Can
the
you
fuck
stand on top of the blocks and levitate them around?
up. Cannot hop on block.
I like
It's actually pretty much like trying to jump on a teacher. You'll just keep going into that clipping jump animation and then fall.
What's the puzzle here?
You just have to
You
put
gotta
all three.
put things on the thing.
That's the actual post. Like, wow, what am I gonna do with?
Well,
these
originally I was
strings that are in front of three huge buttons.
Well, originally I was expecting something more exciting to happen, like the water drains out of that cylinder and there's a tyrant inside there or something.
You'd expect there be a combination of buttons and blocks, but no, you just put all the blocks on all the buttons and that's it.
What is this?
Who gives a
room?
fuck?
No,
Like,
and look,
what
he's going to care for the plants with the
The most
automatic water.
overly elaborate watering system.
I would just like to point out that back in
There are, like,
1996,
12 plants in that entire room.
back in 1996 when Ocarina of Time came out, all right, you actually had to hit a switch in a specific order in a room of 3 switches to get shit to open up.
Uh-huh.
So, what the fuck? They couldn't figure out how to do it 5 years later?
No.
I am so glad I never played most N64 games.
They are good games. You
They're
are a
a good
terrible person.
Ah,
I
watch out!
have no desire to play Zelda ever.
Why?
Fucking no.
Oh shit! Did you see him run up the wall?
Oh no,
there?
it's like Sonic. You lose range.
They also know that beans are fun to collect.
I think you have twice as many beans as you need for the entire game.
Yeah,
Well, no, because you only need to give 25 beans to Fred and George 4 times, and then they do a prank at the end of the game, which I can only assume is burning down all of Hogwarts.
Wait, that's the only purpose of the beans.
Yes. Well, also they're fun to
You
collect.
get the wizard card.
The wizard cards serve absolutely no purpose whatsoever. In the Game Boy Color version of this, they're used
Well,
to
they're fun to
determine.
collect, okay?
No, they're not. They specifically say that they're not fun to collect. Collecting them is akin to supporting the Holocaust.
Oh no.
It has valuable information about famous witches and wizards.
So it's like in a Zelda game where
giant,
you get...
enormous robotic wizards that fight at the behest of the Power Rangers,
That's
just out of
jumping.
curiosity. Wizards. I'm sorry, I'm just being really snippy today.
there was a JRPG based on The Wizard of Oz, whose Japanese title was like Resort or something.
You know, I kind of wonder what it would be like if the people that made this had made Metal Gear Solid. It would have been like Solid Snake goes to fight bad guys in one still image, and then you just sneak and the rest of the game is gameplay.
Still be my favorite series. Oh yeah, for that one dude in the thread, Metal Gear Solid. There, I made a reference for you.
There's a reference for it later when you're doing the nighttime sneaking around segments.
Now, off you go.
That was the worst ever.
Terrible.
Hurry!
I know.
I think that's second place from Bumbleclot.
Oh, Mr. Potter, this is a secret sneaking mission.
Press the
You should
select
use the
button.
Be sure to look on the back of your wand cover to find the special code needed.
You should use the sneaking music from Zelda 2.
Notice this for just a moment, by the way. If you jump over a curb, as you're walking up on it, you'll do like a super jump, and it seems to happen everywhere, as long as you're going on a...
seems to be a common bug in video games.
Yeah, but it's really
Happens
ridiculously high.
Your wand is procure on site.
You get the same exact bug in Oblivion.
Oblivion, which is known as for being an awesome
a
game.
shitty game.
And also Half-Life 2 has the same bug.
Goodness, look at all these
Half-Life 2
dangerous
is an
plants.
awesome game.
They are Deku scrubs. Wait.
Like the giant plant biting you in the back took off like a 16th of your health.
Yeah, you have to remember, I already lost like 1/32 of my health from jumping on that gnome.
Are you ever in any like danger in this game?
No, this game is for kids.
Yes, when you have to face spoilers, don't listen.
Voldemort.
He named.
He who must not be named, because
You
if
have
you
to
mention
face
his
Gil
name, he will gain
Mormont
power.
Naked wrestling.
What?
Wait,
Exactly.
Look out the window.
I'm trying to see if they actually rendered everything outside.
Get a bow in it. No, it's just a
it's
skybox.
just a
Get a
painting.
bow and arrow and
No.
like fight me out of there. Shut up, Cherry dude.
Can't get a bow and arrow because it's shooting it all
Like
involves
transfer
fucking
a
luck, and it's
nearby rat into one or something.
the weapon of a scrub.
Hey, you know
Deku's
what's
up,
I don't think they have Transfiguration class in this game, do they?
They do not,
Wow, what a great game.
which is extremely
So,
disappointing
if-
because
They
I wanted to
they
have.
cut out
Magic.
McGonagall altogether, except for that one picture. illustration of her.
Transfiguration is the
Oh, she has to, oh shit! I
They'll
forgot
just
being.
be they'll just have the one still image, and then Harry went to some other classes. Skipping
Well,
like
they couldn't
another
really
third.
like do a challenge. Well, they might be able to.
They have her in when you get into that chase with Malfoy, and that's pretty much
With
it.
Aunt's uncle, how he hated them. Unfortunately, he was soon back at Hogwarts.
That's literally what they do. It'll be like anytime there's no action, they're like, and stuff happened. But enough about that. Let's get back to the thrilling gameplay.
I don't know how touching the sides of the plant damages me.
It looks like it
barely.
damaged you more than
It's like secreting some kind of like poison plant fluid.
it hurt you more to touch the plant than it did when it bit you.
Yes.
Well, it
I don't know what
hurts
that-
more
that
to
said.
like
It looked like you said you like it
Also,
said like
bring it upon yourself than to have it happen.
I
back.
gotta say that the Incendio
like
spell is
sneaky
doing like a
imitation.
shit job of actually destroying things. It will momentarily
sorta-
stun them. And you
but it
can't
looks like
use it
a
on other
flame. See,
classmates.
that's how it.
Well, you're just learning. They don't want you to destroy the plants.
Yeah, and then there'd be no plans for the other students to destroy.
You know what? Fuck the other students. They didn't survive Voldemort. I did. All right.
And some of them. won't.
I'm looking at you, Fred or George. One of you two.
Whichever one didn't lose the ear. But instead lost his life. Now off you go.
You go. Oh yes. Now pay attention to the little walk back animation he does here.
This is some fine ass programming.
God, Leviosa!
No, like you exude like computer killing rays that like make everything run like crazy on any computer you touch. Doesn't matter what game.
So did they were they like about to send this game to the testers and then went, oh wait, shit, this game comes out tomorrow.
I'm pretty sure that play testing was cut along with everything else because chances are that, you know, like music, because their offices were probably located on like the 104th floor of the World Trade Center 1.
Oh dear.
Somebody had suggested to me that I change that to a yellow fountain, but I decided that would be a tad too much.
It wouldn't be tasteful.
Congratulations,
Have you
Mr. Potter.
checked out anything Megacel's been sending
You
yet?
have completed this
All
great
talent
game.
stars.
You have completed a great game. Now go and rest our hero.
Off you go.